Hi, in this video, let me show you the in-depth analysis of the primary sales. Most of the FMCG companies struggle to understand the reason for their degrowth. On the top of it, most of the times they are unaware that some of their brands are degrowing year on year. Now, I will show you how to visualize all these KPIs as well as what action should we take to increase the sales using Curate Data Analytics. Now, if I have to see the year-on-year sales growth or even sales for the company, I can use this data. I can see the financial year 1920, the company did the sales of 740 crores. Then 2021, the company did a sales of 1158 crores. The YTD percentage growth is roughly 56%. And in 21-22, the company did the sales of 1281 crores with the growth of roughly 10%. And in 22-23, there is roughly 90 crore sales because the data is incomplete. The sales is till the month of June. Now, you can also see the number of distributors who are contributing towards the sales for that particular financial year. So now we have understood how my sales is growing or degrowing year on year. Now I have to see for one particular year, let's say the current year, or maybe in this case, I have taken financial year 21-22 out of this filter and see how my state is going. So if we see this particular table, so I have this state wise month till date sales data, current year, then what is my month on month percentage, then what is my last year YTD, and what is my YTD sales for this current year. And then I can see the growth percentage, YTD growth percentage. So overall, you can see Maharashtra is my top contributor towards the sales, right? With the sales of 375 crores in financial year 21-22, Maharashtra is number one with the YTD percentage growth of roughly 2%. So now you can see that my top contributor Maharashtra is growing by roughly 2%. But if you drill down and see district wise, you will be able to see there are some districts which are not growing, they are actually degrowing. For example, Ahmednagar. Ahmednagar is degrowing by 5%. Then if I talk about Chandrapur, Chandrapur is degrowing. Then if I talk about Wardha is growing by roughly 6%, right? And then Nasik is also degrowing by roughly 12%. So there are some districts under one state which are degrowing when the state as overall is growing. So now you have to understand and plan the things accordingly so that we can improve the sales from the degrowing districts as well, right? So if I select the degrowing district, for example, Ahmednagar, then I would be able to see the brand wise growth, degrowth. I can see distributor wise, distributor class wise. And again, there are two distributor class for this Ahmednagar, class D and F, which are degrowing. And if I further drill down for these classes, I can have the list of all the distributors under that particular class with their current year sales versus last year, and then analyze which is my top contributor in terms of degrowth so that I can actually call those distributors and see what is the actual reason, right? If I talk about the brand wise, so my top contributor is D Export Bar with the 17.54 crores for Ahmednagar, right? And if I see it degrew by 15% because last year it was 20.52 crores, right? So now we have to understand why these are degrowing. So if I further drill down, I will see SKU wise, which are my degrowing SKUs. So if I see over here, if I do it in focus mode and see a D Expert single pack, it is degrowing. No, it is actually growing because there is no sale for last year, right? And then if I talk about D Expert single pack 130 gram, where I'm having 15 grams free, right? It is growing because last year it was 5.79 crores. This year it is 3.7 crores. So there is a degrowth of 36%. So we have to actually see how this particular SKU is not moving ahead. Maybe we have stopped the production for this particular SKU, or there is no inventory and there is a requirement. So now if there is a requirement, then you can actually push the sales by forecasting accurately. right? So everything is connected. So if I go back to the report and I can click here on the reset button, so actually all the data will be reset to my default. So now we can see year on year how the sales is growing for the company, then district wise, state wise, and I can see the brand wise actually. And I can further classify all the distributors in class A, B, C, D, E, F, and further drill down to the list of the distributor to see which distributor is not performing well and how we can tackle that. You will also have the filters. For example, this is my financial year filter. I can filter out for one particular financial year, let's say 2021. My data will change for that particular year. I can filter out particular month from here, then date also I can filter out. And then if you want to select particular region, let's say I want to see the data only for my north region, I will select North as a filter. All the data is changed now. So for North region, I can see financial year 1920, the sales was 266 crores. In 2021, the sales was 423 crores. That is the growth of 58%. And in 21-22, the growth is of roughly 20%. But for Pan India, we saw that the YTD growth is 10%. If I clear this filter, you will see the growth is 10%. So we can see region North is actually growing faster as 19% versus Pan India 10%. So if, for example, if we select East region, for example, so East region is growing by 10% and in 2021 it grew by 91%. Right, so this is how we can see. We can analyze this zone wise as well, right? Then if you want to filter out for one particular state, let's say I want to analyze for Haryana, for example, then I can see for 21-22 the growth was actually 9.62%, right? And then again you can filter out any particular brand you want to see or sub brand or any particular distributor, right? So you can analyze everything from one place and you will understand how your business is growing or degrowing. If it is degrowing, what are the actual parameters and what actions we can take. So if you want to know more about our services and products, how we actually help FMCG companies to enable and grow the sales, please let us know. You can mail us at partner@curatedata.in or you can connect with us through website or LinkedIn.